2020 represented a changing of the tide in all facets of American life, especially education. Amid a global pandemic, college enrollment dropped nationwide and young people increasingly explored skilled trades programs such as HVAC, construction, and automotive repair. College graduates also ramped up efforts to make student loan debt one of the top issues of the 2020 presidential race. In the midst of this pivot, several school districts across the country, including DC public schools and public charter schools, began coordinating plans for programs to meet students' demands for more college and career preparedness opportunities. At the beginning of the 2022-2023 school year, DC native, engineer, and former State Board of Education candidate Charles Boston was assigned to train more than a dozen young people to be arborists. He counted among hundreds of employers who participated in an advanced internship program that DC Mayor Muriel Bowser launched months prior. 3 of those young people, Anthony Smith, Nashad McGill, and Jason Fulmore, have since visited the U.S. Botanic Gardens and other hidden gems in the district to learn the basics of tree and plant maintenance. They landed this opportunity after years of playing football and taking classes in the Engineering Academy at H.D. Woodson High School in Northeast. Right now, the young men are still somewhat unsure about their college and career choices. As Nashad said, working with Charles has become an exercise in learning how to make money in the here and now.
Football not gonna always be there. You gonna always need a backup plan. So I was considering engineering, and this after this program came into.
What was it about this program that attracted you to it?
Really, that you can make the same amount of money just from knowing if a tree can die or how it dies.
For several years, Charles has advocated for an expansion of a trades-based education in district schools. In a vastly developing city where youth crime has skyrocketed, Charles said trades give young people more legal and lucrative options to make money. Although he sees room for improvement, Charles acknowledged that DC Public Schools has taken steps to expand young people's worldview.
So some of them, yes, I see progress. Again, we're standing here today is an indication of that. I would definitely want to see more because I think from the environmental standpoint, even though COVID was an issue, the climate is really the existential threat. And so our young people should have a very enriched environmental education, which they currently don't. And so, but this internship offers an opportunity to that pathway. So I think a lot more definitely needs to be done. Department of Energy and Environment, Urban Forestry Administration, you're talking about a budget in excess of $50 million annually. It has to be a way to get more district students involved in the process of planting and removing and pruning trees.
The young men under Charles's watch, especially Anthony, feel beyond a shadow of a doubt that they've been exposed to many options since entering high school.
They kind of introduced us to a lot of stuff in 9th grade for like careers. They ain't got what they used to have, like barber and all that, like trades and stuff, but like it kind of introduced you to like more real world stuff, and they put you in like the college courses for you. We got counselors for that. Like they sit there and walk with you through the whole process. So basically they've been introducing this to us since 9th grade. Some been 8th because they did the little school visits. So it's just like you kind of knew what you was getting into.
Conversations about expanding students' college and career options not only inspired DC's advanced internship program, but another program where students can learn technical skills and earn certifications and college credit for a few hours during the week. During an August 15, 2022 press conference at the George Washington University, Mayor Bowser and State Superintendent Christina Grant announced the launch of the Advanced Technical Center, ATC for short. In this program, high school students from district public and public charter schools could take college-level courses in nursing, healthcare IT, and cybersecurity. Groups involved in the planning for the ATC included the Office of the State Superintendent of Education, OSSE for short, along with local university officials and public school principals with strong career and technical education program experience in their schools. Next year, the ATC will have a new headquarters at Penn Center in Northeast near McKinley Technology High School. For the time being, nearly 100 young people from various parts of the district spend nearly 2 hours a day at Trinity Washington University. They take their classes either in the day or evening. Shortly after, a taxi cab paid for by the program takes them home or back to school. Over the course of 2 years, ATC students can earn 4 high school credits and up to 20 college credits. ATC students showed Mayor Bowser some of their projects during her visit to Trinity. During that visit, Krista Cummings, a 10th grader at Paul Public Charter School in Northwest, talked about experiences that inspired her to pursue cybersecurity. For her, ATC is a ticket to a vibrant career and stable life. Krista joined ATC after taking an Amazon Web Services course in cybersecurity last year. She said her goal is to put herself in a better position to make money now while attracting more attention from colleges that can provide academic scholarships.
I'm getting offered a free education. What's better than a free education? Because the thing with cybersecurity is it's different from nursing. You could go straight off of having a certification, you could go straight into cybersecurity just off of having a certification. So if I get my certification for free now and I expose myself to all of that cybersecurity stuff, it'll be on my record that I already have some type of experience, which would cause me to get hired and booked for more jobs way quicker than somebody else who, oh yeah, they just took this class but they have no experience with cybersecurity whatsoever. A lot of them ask, where do I want to go? But I would like to go wherever gives me the most money.
In the years before the pandemic, officials at the University of the District of Columbia have set their sights on students like Krista seeking a quality education at an affordable cost. This has happened in the midst of a rebranding campaign coordinated in part by Dr. William Latham, UDC's Chief Student Development and Success Officer. Since 2016, UDC has awarded more than 200 scholarships to district public and public charter school students who graduated at the top of their class. Under the leadership of Ronald Mason Jr., the university has also expanded college and career options so that students, many of whom come from DC public schools, can navigate certification programs all the way to master's and PhD level coursework at their own pace and for much less than what other universities charge. Dr. Latham said UDC aspires to address students' academic and non-academic needs while helping them discover their talents and the demands of the career they pursue. For him, UDC's magic is in its ability to cater to students with unconventional life paths, much like what an increasing number of young people are taking on these days.
UDC is equipped to take you from workforce to a PhD, from workforce to a law degree, workforce to other opportunities to come in and out of the institution at many different times in your career. We want you to know that that's always valued by us. We don't want you to feel differently because you do that. If you have to stop out, we want you to come back and feel welcomed. That's the reality of the students that we serve. We're very proud of that culture. That's the culture we continue to build and work upon, because that ROI for them is about a sense of responsibility, a sense of accountability, but also a sense of caring about you as a community, as a university. That's the difference maker for UDC. That's where I think our competitive advantage lies as a campus, because we don't make you feel less than when you return.
In recent years, UDC has become more attractive for those wanting to stay close to home and save money. High school visits, campus trips, and other events allow members of UDC's admissions team to highlight these qualities.
We brought counselors into the high schools, and we're going to continue that process now. We're doing high school visits currently. I've done 4 in the last 2 weeks with the president to really showcase what UDC has become in the last 7 years, because that's a hands-on grassroots effort. It has to be that way post-COVID, because we can't make assumptions that people recognize that we've developed and we've grown and we've had transformational change at UDC. It has to be told by us to the people. And that's what we're doing through the high school visits. So those high school visits will lead to UDC Admit Days on those campuses. and we're bringing back universities and bringing back high schools to this university, specifically hosting them here on campus to have those types of middays be on campus as well, because they get a chance to see the facilities, see the student center, see the culture, and we want them to be really invigorated by what UDC is currently right now as a university.
More than 15 miles away in Largo, Maryland, Prince George's Community College has further positioned itself as an affordable option of quality for high school students and recent graduates. Prospective students, regardless of age or background, look to Prince George's Community College as an ideal and affordable option for pursuing higher education goals. Shannon Turner and Raymond Harrod spend the better part of their days letting people in the DC metropolitan area know about Prince George's Community College's offerings, which include dual enrollment programs for high school students and a number of trades and college-level courses with credits accepted by four-year institutions. For Shannon, coordinator of recruitment and college matriculation, and Raymond, dual enrollment program manager, a quality education at an affordable cost stands at the foundation of what attracts students to Prince George's Community College.
Students, they're looking at cost mainly now. This big population of students now talking about cost with the student debt loans, and so they're very, very savvy about, paying for higher education. And they're realizing, a lot of them are realizing too, that the four-year institutions, you may not have to go that route completely to get the same outcome. So a lot of students are becoming more savvy in listening to their parents complain about student loans, their counterparts complain about student loans, and they're just deciding, hey, if I can get the same education at community college and pay less, but have no debt at all, why not go that route? So I think a lot of students are becoming very aware and very open-minded to doing the community college route opposed to four-year institutions.
The duo would later go on to reflect on past conversations about the current higher education landscape and what that meant for Prince George's Community College.
Community college and four-year colleges are starting to look alike to students, right? We're offering some of the same things, some of the same opportunities, some of the same services, but we just exist at a much lower cost for students, right? They still have access to these programs to study, student support services, campus life, right?
Yes.
Maybe not Greek life, but campus life, but it's at a much lower cost. And then we also serve as a transition for those students who want to go up and experience that four-year live on campus experience as well.
And also, we offer a lot of programs that some of the four-year institutions don't offer. We have a lot of trade programs that we offer, like our HVAC program, our plumbing, our electrical, residential plumbing and wiring. We have our licensures for real estate sales. So we have a variety of courses programs that we offer that some of the four-year institutions don't offer. So they're actually deciding, hey, I can actually start here, and maybe if I go ahead and get my two-year degree here, if I want to continue on, then I'll go into a four-year degree. So.
As Raymond explains, the same logic applies when it comes to high school students participating in dual enrollment. Students from the Prince George's County Public School System can take classes at Prince George's Community College tuition-free. Homeschool and private school students can do so at a reduced rate. They incur cost savings of at least $16,000 compared to students who matriculate to a four-year college right out of high school with no dual enrollment experience.
But programs like dual and concurrent enrollment really orient students to what the experience is like. So they have specialized advisors that work with them. They're able to explore academic programs of study that are interesting to them, right? So they don't spend time and money changing their major numerous times. And I think for parents out there who've had children who wanted to be doctors, and all of a sudden they decided they want to do sociology, right? And they invested in these different courses and had to go back and pay and spend additional time in school. This gives them an opportunity to really develop the foundation, first of all, of what higher education is, but really helps them solidify what it is they actually plan to study.
For Shannon, connecting people to Prince George's Community College has become a personal mission. In 2018, she graduated from Prince George's Community College with an associate's degree in general studies and a minor in psychology. During her time as a student, She started in culinary arts before transitioning into psychology. Shannon also got an on-campus internship and jump-started her career in recruitment. 3 promotions later, Shannon continues to help prospective students of all ages explore their college and career choices at Prince George's Community College. She said her experiences as an older student have proven useful in connecting with students living in the district.
Oh, and I like to tell them my story because sometimes if they can see it from somebody else, they can feel like, oh, okay, maybe I can, she did it, I can do it. So I always try to, let students know, I try to get to their level, right? Don't look at me as up here. Look at me, I'm going to get to your level. So I try to make them feel comfortable when I'm interacting with them, to let them know some of the opportunities that we have offer here as well. Because when you're living in DC and coming to PG is two different things, right? So some of the students in DC have never been to PG County, which was surprising to me, but not really. It happens, right? So we often tell them about some of the programs and things we offer here, and they're amazed at some of the programs that we have here that is not offered in DC. So we have opportunity in about 2 weeks to host Ballou High School here. They're going to do their graduation program at our Culinary Arts Center. So we have a lot of things going on that we've been trying to interact with them as well to get them into some of our dual enrollment programs as well.
In Northeast DC, near the Catholic University of America, hundreds of aspiring barbers and cosmetologists are immersing themselves in an education at Bennett Career Institute. Since 1996, Bennett has offered classes in barbering, cosmetology, aesthetics, makeup artistry, and hair braiding. Longtime hair care professional and college administrator Chet Bennett launched Bennett Career Institute when a similar program he worked for in the early 1990s shuttered. He took on this endeavor with the help of his mother and other family members.
You should have not just a salon, but a chain of salons. Because see, what you got to do is you got to surpass me. I had 6 at one time. You didn't have 16. What makes me different from you? Nothing.
Mr. Bennett said that students not only learn hands-on skills they need to use in their field, but they learn the ins and outs of the business. He recalled instances when students in his program went on to run and eventually own one of the salons he owned throughout the district. Under Mr. Bennett's tutelage and that of other instructors, students also learn how to market themselves so they can access high-level clientele. Mr. Bennett said being in the beauty industry doesn't only mean being behind the chair.
So this way, because we want to be able for them to be able to go up against any other school anywhere else, so they got to have the best tools. And what's important is that, again, to be half as good, you got to get twice as much. So what I try to do is I try to constantly, twice a month, sit down with the entire student body, and we have everything from shop talk to real situations, like even today when I ask you all to step out, because we sometimes, as the owner of the school, you got to give it to them raw, because you have to meet them where they are in order for them to understand what's going on. You have to break it down to where they can really understand. And see, a lot of times what people don't know is the struggles of what we deal with outside of the industry. The way that people look down on the beauty industry, the way that people think, oh, you wasting your time there, or the way that people think, well, you got this gift, why are you going to school? It's about being professional. Remember this, I have a license to touch her. If I didn't have a license, it could be assault, because I put my hands on someone. It's important for people to understand that we go through a rigorous training, and that rigorous training isn't cheap, but what we do is we provide supplemental opportunities for them.
Karima Graham, a barbering student at Bennett Career Institute, definitely echoed those sentiments. The Philadelphia native moved to the district after leaving Indiana University of Pennsylvania and later completing nursing school. Karima said she feels more comfortable pursuing a passion she's developed since the age of 11. After opening her own salon and working on natural hair, Karima decided to expand her skill set and work toward a barbering license at Bennett Career Institute. Karima has even gone as far as asking Mr. Bennett to mentor her in navigating the industry and running a business. Looking back, Karima said that parental pressure compelled her to give college a try, even though she knew what she wanted all along.
I feel like the misconception about everything is people are so pushed to go to school because they feel as though, especially in the African American community, that college is a must, when it's not. When you have a trade, especially more than one trade, you can do anything. You can make money without even doing anything. Having a license, yes, is a major accomplishment, but you don't have to go to college to be successful, because you're going to college for all those years, and a lot of people, everybody's different. You know, people see different, taste different, and feel different. So a lot of people go to college, like he says that he's a visual learner, right? For me, I can be book smart, but I might not have social skills. So I might not want to come in class or finish class or do papers of homework. You know, it's all about your dedication. So for me personally, it's not so much about school, it's about what's your calling, what's your heart desires for you to do. And that don't have to be college. It can be just, like I said, a trade, or you can run your own business. But you should always want to aim to keep going, you know, and keep progressing, because it's always something you can progress in.